US CPI is one of the most important numbers on the US calendar. Released monthly at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, New York, it tracks inflation across a basket of goods and services, with housing given a 41% weighting, transport 17% and food 15%. A hot, high CPI print often means higher inflation, raising the odds of Fed rate hikes and pressuring stocks typically. A cooler inflation print generally eases fears around interest rate hikes, boosts rate cut hopes, and tends to lift equities and weaken the dollar. The chart here shows how markets have reacted to past CPI releases in gold. And these moves aren't random. With Seasonax, you can uncover these seasonal patterns and use history to sharpen your next trade. So for example, if you look at gold markets here, you can see on the day of the CPI release, the maximum gain in gold has been 3.47% over the last 10 years. The maximum loss has been 2.91%. And look at the number of times when gold has risen over 2% on a CPI release. Now, typically, that will be when inflation surprises to the downside. That tends to weaken the dollar and lift gold. Look here, you can see gold's also fallen sharply over 1% on a number of occasions and over 2% here, 2.91% in this print around 2017. It's not only gold markets that move, you will also see markets move in the equity space. Now, particularly the NASDAQ is very volatile and rate sensitive. So it stands to reason that the NASDAQ will have sharp reactions to US inflation data. And just look at Seasonax, it confirms what we know to be the case, which is the NASDAQ on occasions has gained over 4%. There's a number of times it's gained over 3%, particularly if you look at those 2022 years. You can see here, you've got the NASDAQ gaining 3.41% in May 2022, 3.70% on the day of the CPI, 4.2%, 4.26%. Very large gains. And the maximum loss has been, again, equally as volatile, 4% to the downside. So NASDAQ shows significant moves around US CPI print. Look at the euro dollar, the so-called anti-dollar index. Again, over the last 10 years, we can see on the CPI day, euro dollar has had maximum gains of 2.27% and a maximum loss of 1.53%. So you can use Seasonax here to set your expectations, reasonable targets, reasonable volatility that you can expect on the CPI day, as well as those maximum deviations that we've seen in the past. So remember, don't just trade it, Seasonax it. Come over here to Seasonax and you can uncover thousands of seasonal patterns just waiting to be revealed, including significant seasonal patterns with US data points as they're released. You can look back historically and see what kind of expectations market participants can have when they have history on their side.